Atandun!
I am Aydin and I study at a traditional Kyrgyz school. The name of the film Atandun, oozuna, urayin wasn't chosen by chance. It is impossible to translate this collection to any languages in the world. All in all describes the generation gap conflict.
Aydin! Why are you sitting all day on your phone? Give me your phone! Why don't you read some book? Why don't you do your homework? Aydin, what happened?
When the father isn't satisfied with his son, he says, Atandun, oozuna, urayin. My father doesn't like the way we spent our leisure time. That's why he told me the story. Once the waves of the sea threw a usual bottle of Coca-Cola on the beach where people lived far from civilization. One Aborigine took this bottle. He was so astonished by such unusual rubbish that he hurried to the village to show the bottle to his neighbors. Of course, they were amazed by the strange things too, and considered the dirty bottle was a special gift from the god. They hoisted it on the source stone, and since those times, they had been worshipping the usual beverage. So, the moral of the story is simple. My father thinks that we are representatives of modern generation. Aborigines began to worship to some products of civilization, enabling iPhones, tablets and other gadgets. Maybe he's right. I wonder what would happen if this entire thing disappeared and we would live as our ancestors used to. Oh no, Kumus, it's not best substitutions to our cell phones. And the girl who I like looks like ridiculous as well, if instead of social networking she would treat us with a national dish which she cooked herself. Of course, it's absurd. Speaking about our games, actually we are too absorbed by computer games. My father told me about the game which used to be popular when he was a boy. It's Kyrgyz. It's usually a guy wants to demonstrate his courage. He takes part in a horseback race with a girl and has to win. When he wins, he kisses her and she becomes to his bride. If not, she switches him and he allowed it at. I wonder how it will look in soon streams of modern school. Of course, nobody would let us ride the horse. The school playground it's not a race course. Maybe the best students were like horses and would help our boys and girls start relationship. It's very romantic tradition, but I think it would not strike roots in our school. We have an old trunk at home, where my father keeps family relic things. There you can find alchiks, the joint bones which were used in the games. Once I asked my father to let me play with those alchiks, but he refused.
No, you cannot play with this outside. You know, it was played by my grandfather. It's very precious. Look at here, how I care about them. I cannot. They just put them.
He said, no, they are treasure because your grandfather played with them. You can lose the alchiks.
Wow!
He neatly put them in the sack and his alchiks in the trunk. Sometimes I think our parents are like those Aborigines. They invited their traditions into our worship.
Atandun!